We're Dirty Projectors, and this is Records in My Life.
I never wanna lose your love. I never wanna let you down. In wilderness we won't give
How's everything
up.
going for you guys? How's the quarantine situation?
I think it depends on the day. I started off pretty strong and was like making little songs every day and practicing instruments, and the past few weeks I just went, I don't really want to do that right now. But it's about like finding a balance.
It's been an interesting time for writing. I find that I haven't been terribly productive on the things that are on my list, the things that I like want to do or I plan to do, but it's been a good time for writing and things anyway. Just not what I expected.
Nice. So I know you guys have a few EPs coming out. Can you tell us about
5, yeah.
Can you tell us about 2 or 3 of them since you're 3?
Well, we have one full EP that has been released, which
Yeah.
is the EP that Maia sings on.
Keep on forgetting that yours isn't out all the way yet, Felicia.
And then the EP that I sing on, we released one song, and the rest of the EP will come out later in June.
Thank you so much for being on Records in My Life. This show is about you, the artist, and records that have inspired you. But you just mentioned video a minute ago, and you've worked with like Vincent Moon, Dave. You directed a short or 2, I think, and I don't know if you all were in or some of you were in Noah Baumbach film. Now, what would you consider each of you your favorite soundtracks?
For me, those Bernard Herrmann Hitchcock movies, Vertigo and Psycho, those scores are incredible, and you can just listen to them as you make dinner or something. You can listen to them as music without the movie, and they're really incredible.
Interesting. I gotta try that. Aren't they like terrifying? Like, isn't the music kind of like startling, or the Hitchcock stuff?
Yeah. But well, it's interesting because like Bernard Hoffman, I don't know. I mean, I don't know too much about it, but that era when a lot of those European composers came to America as political refugees, like fleeing the Nazis or whatever else between the wars. And so like classical music was reborn as like film score music in Hollywood. And it's weird to see some of the same emotions that like in the context of like, European art music or something seemed philosophical or meditative states or like existential angst or something. And then you transpose them into the world of Hollywood and yeah, they're just like these gripping kind of like soundtracks to a murder mystery. I don't know. It's funny.
Interesting.
It's funny. I was actually just thinking about this recently. So there's I love Jarmusch.
One of the 3.
And I really love the soundtrack to his movie Only Lovers Left Alive. His band Squirrel, I love a lot, and they like scored a lot of that movie, and then all of the song placement that they chose for that one is really good, dark and moody.
I don't know if this counts, but the Romeo and Juliet soundtrack, like
classic
Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know, I feel like I just became so connected at the time to those songs, and like even listening to it today, it just takes me to a place. Like that slow song with Desiree, I wouldn't even be able to. I want to listen to all of it again.
I mean, it is a soundtrack.
It's a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
So you guys have collaborated with it's a 2-part question, David Byrne and Bjork. what is a favorite album from each artist? And if you could collaborate with another artist, who would be number one on your list?
Well, probably Remain in Light. Just because I listened to that record to absolute pieces back when I was first getting to know it. So I love that one. And for Bjork, I think Vespertine might be my favorite Bjork. Although again, it shifts with time.
I mean, so when I was in middle school, I took a music class. It was like a singing class, and we sang all David Byrne songs.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
all Talking Head songs. So I must have been in like 7th grade, and we watched Stop Making Sense. So like, I guess that performance, I mean, that like, and all the songs in that are emblazoned in my mind.
That's such an amazing one. I love that so much.
Yeah. I just want to say Vespertine, but also I loved Utopia. The let's see, when did that come out? Wait, 2017. God, time really.
I know.
So let's go to the next question. This is a fun one. If you could be a fly on the wall for any recording of any album, go back in time, which one would it be?
I think Innervisions by Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
A few of those songs like changed my outlook on life, and it would be so cool to see like all of the different components in real time.
That's such an awesome answer. Also, just to see the way he, because he played so many of those parts, just to see him layering.
Yeah, that would be nuts.
That would be totally nuts.
I wouldn't mind visiting a Clash recording session for like maybe Combat Rock.
Wow.
I just want to hang out with them.
I didn't.
If I were to fly, I wouldn't be hanging out with them. I'd just be silently observing.
Same room.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I don't think you know that I'm like a huge Clash fan.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Did you know that like I just got into the Clash in the last like year?
Oh my God.
How did because I'm sure somebody put it on earlier in my life. So you got to check out the Clash, man. And like, how could I have been like, meh, not for me. Like, I have no idea.
No,
It
it's
makes
very
sense.
interesting. No, I mean it's you can't, because there's so much music, wonderful music out there, and you can't list everything. Otherwise, time would run out, right? I mean, it would just be like, anyway. You kind of led into my last question about it. It's a new musical discovery. I mean, the Clash is not. It was part of the question, but it leads. My next question was, what's a new discovery for you that you've really, really love? It can be an old artist or a newer artist, which you, aside from the Clash, which you absolutely adore.
A recent discovery. This artist, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, Rina Sawayama. I heard her song through my friend's Instagram post. She was like, I just love this song so much, I'm just gonna dance to it. And I was like, what is this song? It's incredible. And like a few days later, I saw my other friend on Facebook be like, this song, I'm obsessed with it. And I'm like, this is the song. I looked into it, but her album sounds really big and poppy, and it's great.
I've heard of the artist. It's a tough name. It's a tough name to put out there.
Yeah, her music is really catchy. And yeah, I didn't know much about her, but that's like definitely the most recent time I was like, who is this? I need to know more. Like listened to the album and, played it on repeat, watched the video. So it's nice to be excited about music in that way.
a friend played me, or what? So we were cooking dinner, and she put on On Sonny. He's a Ghanaian organist from the. Well, this particular record it's like unreleased recordings of him from the 80s, but it sort of led me into this whole zone of like Ghanaian organ music.
Sounds interesting. We'll have to check that out. Guys, thanks so much. 3 quick questions. Thanks for being on the show. We'd like to ask all artists fun questions. Weed, wine, or water to listen to your favorite album or to get inspired to write?
Weed, wine, or water?
Yeah, if you have to pick one of them.
Wine.
Yeah. Probably coffee, but so maybe water?
Maybe water. Water.
Water's your friend. Next question. You just mentioned coffee. Coffee with an artist, alive or dead?
It's not about me, it's not personal, but my mind was just putting together dead artist and coffee. And apparently there's an anecdote that every morning, to illustrate like what a creature of habit Beethoven was, there's a story that every morning he would count out 80 coffee beans. Wow. And he would grind those and make his coffee. So that's just what I thought of, but maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Johnny Rotten.
Interesting contrast between Johnny. I wonder what they thought. I wonder if they met, how that conversation would go.
Similar hair.
Yeah.
What would you consider the song of your generation? Like it either right away when you think back to high school or your college years, what record stands out for you right away?
Oh, I mean, Destiny's Child. That record. It was Bills, Bills, Bills. You know?
I'm embarrassed to say I don't know the name of the album.
Oh my God, also TLC.
Since I have a big sister, I feel like I just listened to everything that she listened to. And for a lot of the time, I was just obsessed with SWV because she was. But I feel like we got a lot of play out of that album that has all of the hits on it, like Weak and yeah, just like everything they made. I listened to those songs and I was like, I want to know what it feels like to be in love for real. And I really felt it.
I was listening to Confessions by Usher the other day, which came out, I think, in 2005. Because I have a memory of being on tour with Nat and also listening to that record in like the heartland and just like rolling hills, and we were trying to learn the runs. And it occurred that, like, I don't know, like that album is incredible. Confessions, it's so big and it's so ambitious and it's so the musicality of it and the songwriting and the storytelling, the lyrics, everything. That album I didn't realize how ambitious it was at the time, just in the sort of like, almost like a tradition of like Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder in terms of making these big statement records. So I don't know if that's the album of a generation, or the song of a generation.
That's a great one. That's a very good one. And we're going to I apologize, but we're going to get cut off here on this Zoom.
Hi, I'm Mark Henning, the other half of Records in My Life. Love it that you made it to the end of the video. Please leave us a comment, leave us a thumbs up, and subscribe. If you really dug the show, we'd love it if you'd consider supporting us over at patreon.com/RIMLTV. Cheers and see you next week.